Advanced, brought to you by Commando Gaming, Strategic Gaming, and brought to you live on twitch.tv at Commando Gaming 1. Want to invite you to join us for an adventure today where we are exploring the brand new edition of Battletech Advanced, Battletech 8.0, which has some very significant changes to the system as a whole. It's once again, when we get to a version of this mod that is a whole number, that represents a significant change in the game. So this is 8.0. There's a number of features which I'm going to address once we get some more people in the stream. So we're doing a fresh start to honor the fresh update of this mod. Very excited to be here for that. So first of all, our mech company is called the Divine Wind. And let's start out in the barracks, and we'll go over our player character, his history, and some of our pilots. We were really fortunate to get a great set of pilots here. Now, part of that was that we did select the BTA pilot option, which gives us a bunch of really seasoned mechs or pilots. A lot of them are actually modders or developers for BTA itself, or major figures in the mech community, battle mech community. So let's start out with our player character here first, though. So we have Oda Nobunga. Oda Nobunga, who is named after a famous samurai warrior. He's from the Draconis Combine. And House Kurita. So that is what we're looking for. He's from House Kurita. His family was disgraced due to being conspired against and falsely accused of being disloyal to House Kurita. So as a result, Oda has been forced to leave Kuritan space and venture out as a mercenary to see if he can restore the honor of his family. So joining him in our initial role of pilots, we have Ether, Bloody Doves,
Talk to me. Order.
Garrison, another famous streamer for BTA. Great, happy to have Garrison here.
What do you need?
We have Gridlock, which is one of our classic pilots from the base game. We have Ronan, which is a great starting pilot. Very excited to have Ronan. We have Shade, who's a new pilot and one of the modders of BTA. We have Tainted Loki.
Ready for
We
orders.
have T-Bone, who's also part of the BTA team. We have, of course, Tex of the Black Pants Legion. We have
Commander.
Tortoise, who is heavily involved behind the scenes, including on the wiki for BTA. Great to have him here. He's a big part of what they do over there. We also rolled a lucky Wildfire, again, one of our famous first pilots from the base game.
Orders.
And we started out with Wolf Baines, who is another BTA streamer and a member of the community of BTA. He does a lot of things behind the scenes. So really happy to have all these famous BTA people part of our team. But our
Got my attention.
commander is Dragon's Claw, who is Oda Nobunga, named after a famous samurai. He started this mercenary company after his family was forced out of Creed in space with the goal of restoring his family's honor. So that's what we have for pilots for this fresh start. Now, we really lucked out with pilots. So you know there's probably going to be a flip of the coin, right? So let's look at the mech bay. So in the mech bay, we got a 1N Griffin. I mean, it's a Griffin. It is what it is, basically. Not too excited about a Griffin. We'll do the best we can with it. Up next is we have a BJ1 for some fire support. Very solid mech for starting this game. Okay. Then we rolled a Hornet. A Hornet. We also rolled a Brigand, which is an interesting new mech because it was actually designed by pirates. So we'll see if this is a viable mech or not. Then we have a Hussar. Yes, a Hussar. And when we got the heavy metal dice roll, we got a Cicada. You know how I love cicadas, or I hate them, but this is actually a decent cicada, so we'll try to make it work till we find something better. So that's our initial 6 mechs that we have to work with. I want to encourage everyone to ask questions. We're going to have probably lots of questions the first couple episodes as we work through the significant changes in this game. I'm going to try to, or the mod, I should say. I'm going to try to point those out during gameplay as I discover them. But I also have a general synopsis, which I can also go over and answer questions with, but that will probably be something we want to dive into when we have more people in the stream. Otherwise, we're just going to have the same questions over and over again. So let's get a larger group of people in the stream, hopefully in the realm of 10 or so, and then we will jump into that. All right, so let's go to... Now that I've introduced you to our company, our mechs that we have available, and our pilots, let's jump into a mission, because that's what we're here for. Alright, so... Alright, we got a destroy base. We've got a destroy base. Let's do a payroll seizure. Also, might as well do this. I could do this now. Hold on. Before we get into that, a lot of people want to know what the settings are for a fresh start. So let's look at our difficulty settings. Alright, so our total score multiplier is 0.52. We have friendly fire all. We're starting in pirate space to increase the difficulty. Parts for mech assembly is 4. Chance of mech recovery is 70. Contract payment is normal. Salvage is normal. Commander experience is 7,000. Advanced mech warrior is normal. Pilots per system 5. Mech warrior progression, normal. Mech warrior exponent, normal. Mech warrior multiplier, normal. Lethality, normal. Ronin prevalence, 20%. Starting money is 1.25 million C-bills. Mech bay bills are normal. Shop selling price is 15%. Scrap return values are 25% because I think 10% is a criminal. And mech maintenance is normal. So everybody asked to see what the rules are. So you can actually go and you can modify those at any time. I will not be doing that. But you always have the chance to reference your score, your rules, and change them through the settings menu. So I just wanted to give everybody a view of what our game settings were. I want to thank everybody for joining us. We are starting the first episode of the Divine Wind, which is our new mech company. I'm going to go through the differences and updates of this mod as we discover them. And let's get into it. If you have any questions about the update, please let me know, and I'll try to answer them as well. And let's begin. All right, so we have to take the Griffin. We're gonna have to take the Blackjack. Then this is where things get ugly. All right. I don't like the Hussar. I really don't. Just that one large laser. It's probably the least useful mech, I gotta say. So we're gonna go with the Brigand. We're gonna go with the Hornet, heaven help me. And sadly, the Cicada looks like it's gonna be a critical part of our lance. Alright, so let's... Alright. We're gonna take Tartarus and make him our sensor locker. And put him in the Cicada, because the Cicada is so squishy. Alright. We're going to put our pilot in the Griffin. Actually, no. I'm going to put our pilot in something that's squishy. Let's try the Brigand. Because I, quite frankly, have actually better pilots than me, ironically, in the mech bay. So we'll take Wildfire and Ronin in our fire support mechs. And for the Hornet, oh, this is tough. I don't want to take somebody I don't want to lose. And yet I need somebody... Alright, we're going to hope T-Bone with this +2 evasion is going to keep this Hornet alive. There we go. So we got our Cicada, our Griffin, Blackjack, Brigand, and Hornet. And let's begin our fresh start. Yes, I know the Griffin has unused tonnage that I couldn't fit anything on, and I didn't have parts for. So I should say I did travel 21 days because when you start out in pirate space, you start out on a 2-skull planet, which is a very tough start. So what I did is I moved to a 1-skull planet to start this campaign. That did give me some time to actually modify my mechs, which I did. So these are not the base models of these mechs. I've upgraded them slightly. Alright, so we'll wait for this to load up. At the same time, hopefully we can get some additional people into this stream. We'll give it a minute. I know there's a lot of people who are anticipating this release in the stream, so let's give everybody just a minute to show up before we drop. Doesn't hurt anything. People should be filtering in anytime now. And if not, that's okay. So we will just soldier on and begin mission.
Command interface initiated.
Our first drop with BTA 8.0. Not one of my most favorite maps, but at least we only have one objective that we have to achieve. let's head for the objective. I don't know why our Griffin dropped way the hell ahead of everybody else.
All right, but I'm ready to go.
Affirmative.
Alright, let's move our Hornet out.
Onward.
The only thing the Hornet has going for it is speed. Same thing for the Cicada here.
Roger
So
that.
let's try to keep our lighter mechs evasive at all times.
I'm here. Confirmed. All right.
Alright, so we got the Brigand. So we have a whole bunch of fast mechs.
Aye, aye.
So we need to keep our fast mechs
I'm walking here.
doing what they do best, which is moving at a high rate of speed. Especially this poor Cicada. Now the plus side is, you know, while we have some tough mechs to start out with, we've got some really good pilots.
Standing by.
In my opinion,
I'm there.
pilots trump mechs every time.
10-4.
Anyways.
I'm
Alright,
moving.
so we're gonna keep our lights evasive. Don't know if we're gonna have contact until we. Oh no, there we go. Enemy contact. Looks like we're starting out with a vehicle and a mech to start out with. Hold on one little second. I want to look at my video settings. See if we can pump up the quality a little bit. Okay. Alright, keeps moving our. Sorry, folks, it keeps moving our feed away from my main screen. So let's see, that's 3. There we go. Alright, that's fixed now. Sorry about that. Alright.
Moving out.
Alright, so there's our Brigand. Like I said, the Brigand was developed by pirates.
Commander,
So it was a unique mech in the fact that it was designed and produced by
I am
pirates.
the win.
I love the fact that the Hornet has a bumper sticker that says "Die in this," which is probably very accurate. Alright, you got a Nighthawk to start out, and he jumps right into a spore cloud, so that's very good for us. We're gonna have to take advantage of that.
Yes, Commander.
Alright. Ooh, our Blackjack gets some shots.
Moving out.
Wildfire is one of our better target pilots when it comes to gunnery. But still, we're really far away. You know what? We got plenty of ammo. We'll take this shot. We'll probably hit him maybe once if we're lucky. I don't think we even hit him.
Good to go.
Alright, so we got our squishy Cicada. So we got to keep it evasive at 7. So we're going to run in. We'll go to the objective. That also gets us in range of the enemy here. Could be that we just have this one enemy. Alright, another streak of misses there.
No luck.
This is the reality of a first start of BTA. Even with good pilots, sometimes it's painful. Alright, they shoot at our Cicada, but our Cicada is highly evasive, so not too worried
Waiting for
about
orders.
that. push up with our Griffin. And
Taking the shot.
take this shot. We'll hit with a couple missiles. No. 3
Negative damage.
salvos
Repeat.
in a row with no damage on the
Advent
enemy.
in hand, Commander. Good work.
Alright, so that's the negative. Positive is we've achieved the objective. But we want to make sure that we get some salvage out of this mission. So we're going to
Copy.
push up with the Brigand here. So the Brigand has ER medium lasers, so we'll shoot those.
Aye, aye.
The Brigand is a
Damn it all.
interesting mech. It's got 2 ER medium lasers
Your
and
spaniel.
2 pulse lasers. I was tempted to swap out the pulse lasers,
Knowledge.
but the thing is even with maxed armor, there wasn't any room to improve the armor if I gave up the medium pulses, so I just left them in for now. We are going to start doing sensor locks now. Now that we've achieved the objective and most of my
Got a sensor lock on me.
mech force is in range, we are going to be doing sensor locks.
Commander? Moving at full throttle.
Alright, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're trying out the new edition of BattleTech Advanced, which is BattleTech Advanced 8.0.
Aye.
It includes battle armor,
Barely hit,
an
Commander.
improvement to keep your AI, the enemy AI, from going boom, and it's a
Roger.
completely
Full
new
speed.
look at gunnery in the game. So I'm very excited about that. Alright, let's use our Cicada's active probe here.
I've got a sensor lock.
Get some sensor locks. Okay, the enemy's going after our brigand. Remember, our brigand is highly evasive, and it's a missile boat. Sorry,
I'm
a
receiving
laser
you.
build. Alright, so let's move up with our Griffin. We got some great pilots. Our starting mechs are kind of eh. But, you know, it could be worse. It could be battle armor. I was really disappointed when I looked at the stats for the battle armor.
I've got your back.
Originally, I was hoping that they would be a viable start. But after looking at it, I just couldn't justify doing a
Confirmed.
fresh start of this mod with battle armor because I wouldn't be able to show you a lot of things, number one. And number two, I would not be able to be highly effective because I would die very quickly. I was tempted to do precision strike there, but I'm going to save it for my heavier hitters. Probably my
They will be
blackjack will be what I'll be saving the precision strike for. So stay tuned. I'll be getting to that. Man, I hate the Hornet. It's not fast. It's not evasive. The only thing this thing has going for it is the fact that we have a good pilot in it. As you can see, our weapons are limited, but you know the Hornet is something that we're probably going to be swapping out pretty soon. All right, Nighthawk moves up, goes after our Hornet. Luckily, the Hornet had just enough evasion not to get hit there, because it has armor of paper. All right, so let's look at our blackjack. Yes, I'm going through a spore field here, but I don't
Copy
think
that,
we're going to get
Commander.
shot at, so I think it's okay. Alright. Alright, so let's look at the precision strike here for the first time. So we're going to click on the precision strike. It doesn't give you the ability to specifically pick a location for the hit, but it does give you a 30% increase on the hit. Oh, it is giving me called shot. Huh. I'm gonna have to figure out why. Because I don't think Wildfire has the affinity. Maybe, oh, I think this mech might have a battle computer. Let's check.
10-4.
We'll check after the stream. Alright, so there we go. There's our first look at the new precision
boss?
strike. Alright, our Cicada cannot do directed sensor locks, but we can get in really close
Double time. Let's go.
and see if we want to do a regular sensor lock or if we want to do a strike. Given the hit percentages here, we're going to take the strike into the rear of the Nighthawk. Nice hit there to the rear armor. Ooh, the Drillsing goes after our Hornet. Again, our Hornet is not very evasive. It's got 4
Yes,
armor.
Commander.
I mean, that thing is really a mess. Let's call it what it is. A Hornet is cannon fodder. Alright, let's go after this Drillson
Roger
here
that.
with our Griffin.
Confirmed.
Solid hits there. I'd like to put something more powerful than LRMs on the
Talk to me.
Griffin, but I didn't have anything available. Alright, so we got our Brigand here. Let's actually go in for melee.
Confirmed.
The Brigand should be very solid as a meleeer because of its weapons loadout. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Grace? I went in for melee and I'm not sure what happened there at all. That was weird. Not sure what happened at all. Huh. Interesting. I feel like it didn't zoom in for the melee, which may either I didn't do melee or it didn't zoom in. Let me check my settings again. Video. Advanced gameplay. Yeah, we're always playing cinematics. Huh. Interesting. All right.
Yes,
Well,
Commander.
that's one of the funs of. All right, so this is ridiculous going in with a Hornet for melee, but since the Nighthawk's leg is
Moving to
already
position.
damaged, I'm gonna do this. Huh. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. When I go in for melee, I'm not doing melee? Huh.
The Cobra strikes.
Alright.
Commander?
Alright, I'm kind of puzzled by what's going on with melee here. Hold on, I got an alarm going off, and I'm not sure why. So, take out the battery. Alright, so I'm engaging in melee, but I'm not seeing the animation for melee. It must be maybe a glitch.
Confirmed.
But melee is happening. We're just not seeing
Scored a critical hit.
it. I'm going to have to go on the Discord later and see if that is a known issue and if there's a fix. There may have been an update overnight to address that issue. We'll see.
Standing by.
But the animations for melee are not playing. So watch what we'll do here. So, you know, I'm not going to use my cicada here because my cicada is too squishy to do melee. So let's actually sprint the cicada and get into the rear of this Dryson.
Target lock on enemies rear.
Yeah, that's what's happening. So melee is happening. You can see the damage to the enemies, but they don't show the animation for melee.
Enemy is flanking.
It's not my settings. So it's interesting. Hi IMG,
Commander.
good to see you.
Standing by.
I've started my playthrough. We've noticed some interesting things. One of them is that the animation is not playing for
Roger.
melee. I don't know if that is something. Maybe there was an update. IMG, if you could go to the updater and see if there's maybe a version 8.1 that's available. Maybe there was a hot fix to address this issue. But the melee animations are not playing. Ooh, we got 4 parts out of that Nighthawk. I don't think we're going to be able to put them together
Got
unless
your
we
back.
get very lucky. Maybe we will. I'd love to get a Nighthawk from the first mission, but probably not. Alright, let's finish off this Drillson. Yeah, IMG, so the animations for melee do not appear to be
I await
playing.
your command.
Your mech goes up to the enemy, and it kind of stands next to them.
Roger that.
So what I do is I brace, and then it shows the effects of the melee, but it doesn't show the actual melee. So it's kind of weird. Oh, there is an update. Okay. So I'm assuming that's part of what the update came out, the 8.1. I'm assuming is the update. That's probably what it is. So we could get by with this playthrough without seeing the melee animation. Unless there's another significant issue, we could keep playing
Reporting. Enemy.
this stream and then I'll update it out of stream.
Mission
But
successful.
IMG, we did see that the precision strike, instead of letting you select a target, actually gave you a 30% bump in your accuracy. Alright, so first mission is complete of 8.0, soon to be 8.1 apparently. So we received almost 15,000 in C-bills. But salvage is going to be the key here. More importantly, none of our mechs suffered any damage on that mission. Any significant damage. Obviously, we took some armor damage. IMG says there's an update and his launcher won't update. It wants to install a fresh start. Ooh. Okay. hopefully this isn't a save-breaking change and I have to restart my company. But, alright, so we could select 3 parts of the Nighthawk. Will I luck out and get the 4th? You know I won't. Let's see. I did! Nighthawk, 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 Nighthawk. Very nice. And we got 2 large lasers, an XL engine, a Guardian ECM. This was a great first mission for us. Oh, do you think this is a save-breaking update, IMG? If it is, then we're going to be starting fresh tomorrow. Which is fine. I could just show everybody some parts of the new update, and then I can do a fresh start tomorrow, which would be ironic, but that's what happens with mods sometimes. Alright, so we put together a Nighthawk on our first mission. Which is a beautiful thing, because that means I can get rid of this Hornet and put it into storage. Good. And we're going to build this Nighthawk.
That mech you wanted was back on.
Alright, so now we have a Nighthawk. Let's take a look at the Nighthawk. For those of you that might not be familiar, the Nighthawk 2S is the only variant of the mech intended for long-term scouting. It removes the medium pulse lasers and double heatsink for a Beagle probe and Guardian ECM suite. Alright, so let's take a look at this Nighthawk. Pretty solid, actually. Double heatsinks, Guardian ECM, XL engine. With 2 large lasers, I can make use of this. I really can. I might seriously switch this out and turn it into a missile boat, because I could do 6 medium lasers instead of some of these large lasers. But we could play with it as is. So we're not going to make any changes. Alright, so now that is a fortunate dice roll for our first playthrough in the fact that we got a Nighthawk ready to go. It's a great scout mech. So this is going to actually become our scout mech instead of the Cicada. I already know that's the way it's going to be. This Hussar is... Ugh. I gotta get rid of this Hussar as well. But hey, we already got rid of one of our bad mechs in the first mission. So, cannot complain. Alright, so let's find another mission. We got ambush convoy, destroy base. Destroy base. Alright, let's just do a destroy base. Alright, so our mech company is richer by a mech in our first mission. That is huge. That also lets us sell the Hornet for some C-bills. We're not going to do that until we make sure we don't need the Hornet again. Griffin, Blackjack, Brigand, Cicada. And we're going to put in the Nighthawk as our scout. Let's take, alright, let's take a decent pilot and put him in that, we'll put T-Bone in the Cicada still, and then we'll put Turturus in the Nighthawk. Alright, yes, I know the Griffin has unused tonnage. Alright, we're already on mission number 2. We are making great time. We've already gotten an additional mech. This is a great fresh start so far, especially since we have the difficulty pretty high because we're in pirate space and we have everything set to normal. The Divine Wind Mercenary Company is already on a roll with one successful mission, including an upgrade in our mech bay. As in, we got a much better mech than what we started with. I'm much happier with a Nighthawk than I would have been playing around with that Hornet for much longer.
Command interface initiated.
Alright. So we're getting dropped in relatively close to the base. Let's see. So we got a garrison to take out, and
How can I help?
we definitely have turrets. I do not see the garrison yet. All right, so let's go in evasive with our brigand here. We got to keep our brigand evasive because it doesn't have a ton of armor. All right, we can go after this sniper turret or some buildings. Definitely go after the sniper turret first with our ER medium lasers.
Firing on the enemy.
1 hit out of 2. Par for the course. Oh, there's the enemy lance. Here it comes. We got a locust. So what I'm probably going to do is keep my lance out of range of the turrets
Good to go.
as much as I can and see if we can't suck the enemy in while we're free from direct fire on those turrets. See if we can take care of this enemy lance as soon as possible. Not a good hit percent chance on the Nighthawk here. We know the locust already moved, so let's do a sensor lock on the locust.
I've got a sensor lock.
So there's an 8.1 update. I should have checked. I didn't think we would have an update so quickly, but probably the update addresses the issue where the
That was
melee is not playing correctly. I mean, the melee happens, it's just not
better me than Lady Aurora.
animated. That's probably the most accurate way of reflecting the issue. Which is surprising because
I'm here.
Bloody Doves has been streaming this for
Confirmed.
over a week, and I don't remember seeing any issues with the melee. Alright, so even with a precision strike, our hit percent chances are lousy on this locust, but it's a locust, so ended up hitting a tree instead of the locust.
You just made a terrible mistake. Waiting for orders.
Not good. Alright, let's keep alright, let's push up our cicada to the high ground here. It's about the only thing that gives a cicada a fighting chance is if it takes the high ground. Just ask Obi-Wan. Alright, let's take our shot. No, I don't want to do active probe here.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Krishan Man 129, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. If you're watching our stream, I also want to point out, number one, get involved in the chat room. Number two, we have a giveaway. If you give us a follow, you get entered into our Funko Pop giveaway. We still have to pick our winner for December, which we'll do on Christmas. I think that seems fitting. And then also we've really did a significant buff in our channel points. So we've really upgraded the things that you can win simply by watching the streams, including if you watch long enough, you can actually earn a free Funko Pop. which is one of our favorite giveaways on the channel.
Double time. Let's go.
Lots of fun. If you don't know what a Funko Pop is, let me show you. So, here is a Funko Pop that I have of the child from The Mandalorian. So it's basically a really highly detailed bobblehead. They're a lot of fun, and those are the types of things we're giving away. I'm not necessarily giving away the Mandalorian Funko Pop. If you want one, you can request one, and we can certainly hook you up with one on Amazon. So it really gives you the opportunity to pick the Funko Pop that you like. You can also win a free subscription. Oh, the camera made it look empty. All right, let me try again. It might be the reflection, so I'm going to kind of move it around. It's probably the reflection of my lights. But it's a beautiful Funko Pop of Grogu there. So hopefully that was a better shot. Yeah, of course it's green. It's Grogu.
Orders.
Alright, so... Alright, we gotta pull our brigand back, because our brigand is not looking so good. Let's pull the brigand back. Yep, so that is an example of what a Funko Pop is. We give those away. You can also win a subscription to the channel for free. Well, not for free. I'm going to pay for it. But what I mean by that is, you're going to get a subscription at our expense to the channel. Oh, that's true. I have a green screen, and I just showed you a green Funko Pop. That probably wasn't the best choice. Let's see. How about something that would show up well on the screen? Okay. So another example of a Funko Pop. This is my Thor is Fat Funko Pop for Avengers Endgame. Anybody who knows that movie knows who this character is. It's Fat Thor. There's another good example. He is not green, so he should show up much better on the screen. All right. Yeah, we got to get rid of this turret here.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
Not good options there, so I got rid of the turret. So IMG says that the update for 8.1 is a relatively quick update. So that leads me to believe it is not a save-breaking update. It's probably just addressing one of the issues that we saw, for example, the melee issue. All right. Enemy locust go boom. Enemy locust overheated and killed itself. I'm always happy to see an enemy do that. Now that should be happening less likely now, so we're going to have to watch that. Because if it happens too often, then I need to reach out to the BTA team and let them know that they're aware that the mechs are still overheating. Mechs are still going to overheat sometimes, especially if they have an inexperienced pilot and they have a bad dice roll. They can still explode.
Commander?
It's just supposed to be less likely. Alright, let's move up our cicada to the high ground here. Alright, looks like we have some vehicles that are straggling in. We should probably take care of this laser turret. It's probably a bigger threat.
Target destroyed.
IMG said he didn't know what Funko Pops were, but now he finds them kind of cool. I find them very cool. I will say that my Funko Pop
I'm receiving.
collection has doubled during the last 9 months. So thank you, COVID, for giving me way too much time to shop on Amazon. I think we're all dealing with that.
10-4.
Bloody Doves knows that the enemies will still overheat, but he fixed it to do that less. It's an imperfect fix. Yeah, I'm sure. I know they're still working on a larger fix for that. Let's do some precision strike here on the Griffin. So, it's letting me select a location for a called shot, and it should not. So that could be the other part of the update. See how it lets me select a leg? It's not supposed to do that. So that might be another part of the
10-4.
update. But as you can see, you still get a nice increase in accuracy with the precision strike. You just shouldn't be able to select the location of the precision strike. So that might be another part of the update they have coming out. Another thing I'm trying to commit to is I'm going to really try to do all of my gameplay for this playthrough on camera. Sometimes I'll play a mission or two off camera just because I had a few minutes to play and I needed something to do. But I'm actually going to try to do that with other games that I'm researching to bring to the channel instead of BattleTech Advanced. So my goal for this playthrough is to be 100% on camera.
What's up, boss?
And now that my move is complete, I have a lot more time to do other things. Alright, so let's go in for a kick. Let's go in for a kick on this... let's go in for a kick on this cicada. And I'll show you what's happening with the melee now. It could just be something that was fixed in the 8.1 update. See, the mech just kind of stops there. And then what you have to do... see, it's saying melee kick. And then then I'll brace, and it actually shows the damage from the melee, but it doesn't show the actual melee. See that? That was the damage from the melee, but it doesn't zoom in for the melee. So hopefully that was one of the things they addressed in update 8.1.
Reporting negative.
I want to thank everybody for joining us. We've got 53 viewers. My goodness. We're going through the initial playthrough of the update of BattleTech Advanced 8.0.
My heat gauge is getting too high.
I was just advised that there's a new update called 8.1 that probably addresses some of the quirks that I've seen so far in this playthrough.
Yes, Commander.
But we should be able to succeed in this stream without having to do the update for this.
Watch my heat.
Alright, so as you can see, the melee took out the evasion from the Locust, even though it didn't show us the animation for... and I can't take advantage of it because I'm overheating, so we're going to have to brace.
Keep an eye on my heat, Commander.
But as you can see, the melee does happen, you just don't see it on screen. So I'm hoping that is just something they need to tweak in the update.
Full throttle.
So I'm excited about that. Also excited to have so many people joining us today. Starbins Zon, thank you for the follow. Kira Michelle, thank you for the follow. Let's hit this Locust with this ER large laser since he has no evasion at the moment due to the melee, which didn't get shown on camera. Alright, so we're kind of highlighting some of the changes to BattleTech with Advanced with the update 8.5 as we play. But if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat room. I'll try to address them. Alright, let's stay out of range of those turrets. Alright, and I could shoot the Locust here, but there's a good chance that I would just hit my Nighthawk in the rear, so we're not going to do that. Heat is starting to become a problem in this environment. Let's see. Let's go for a shot on this vet here. Of course, we missed on both shots. Please take advantage of your channel points. We've buffed the things that you can win as part of our channel points here. So also, there's a Funko Pop giveaway. So if you give us a follow, you're entered into our Funko Pop giveaway automatically. The more you engage with our channel, the more chances at winning the Funko Pop you get.
Copy
You
that.
can also win a Funko Pop simply through your channel points by watching our streams. Alright, let's do Precision Strike here. Now, okay, see, so it's fixed. So on some of the mechs, it's giving me the correct thing. Watch. So when I select Precision Strike, right, so I go for Precision Strike, I activate it, it gives me the increase in accuracy, but it doesn't let me choose where the strike goes into.
Aye, aye.
And we missed on all of our shots. That is just pathetic.
God, I missed.
Gotta love new pilots. Starting out with new pilots is always a crapshoot. Alright, so we're gonna go for a kick here. We can't handle... We're gonna overheat if we fire our weapons. So we're just gonna go for a kick on the Locust. Now watch again. Our mech is gonna go in. It stops. If I brace, and then you'll actually see the melee happen. It won't show you the graphics of the melee, which we're used to. Right? Or not. There we go. Alright, so you saw the damage from the melee, but it didn't zoom in
Solid
for the
command on
graphics.
that one.
I'm assuming that the update hot patch 8.1, which they just released, is to address the fact that you don't see the melee. But we can get by without it for now. For this stream, we can get by without it. It's our first look at this mod, updated
My
mod.
heat gauge is getting pretty
So,
high.
it's a
That's
significant update, so there's going to be some glitches,
Roger.
and that's fine. All right, our blackjack is really overheating. We're going to overheat here. I'm going to take the chance and take the shots. Probably not worth it, so we'll just take the shot with one of our AC2s. It probably won't cause us to shut down, hopefully.
Critical hit, Commander.
Alright, we
Keep
did
an eye on my
overheat,
heat, Commander.
but
Will be
not significantly. Alright, we're
Onward.
using our Cicada here as a sniper because it's not good. We don't want to get it in at close range. Let's hit the other leg of that Locust.
Target.
Sadly, Locust salvage might be the best thing we get out of this mission. So, if we can get a couple Locust parts, we can get a couple Locust parts. We're starting in the pirate spaces. We did a pirate start, so we kind of have to take what
Waiting
mech
for
parts
orders.
we can get. There's a reason that this is a much higher level difficulty. Alright, let's see. We're gonna overheat if we go for melee here. Alright, I think we could do it on the Locust and not shut down.
Location confirmed.
Alright, so again, our mech is going to move in close. This is where the melee would typically happen, but I think the bug that was probably addressed in update 8.1, which just got released, addresses the fact that you can't see the melee. So we'll do a brace, and then you'll see the melee happen even though it doesn't zoom in on it. Give it a second. There we go. So there was the melee. You get the damage, you just don't get to see the graphic, which obviously we want them to fix that because nothing is more fun than stomping a mech. But hey, this is our first look at this updated 8.0 mod. There are going to be some tweaks, which is probably why they came out with an 8.1 update. Alright, so we're going to go do melee again with our Brigand. Again, we get in close. Normally you would see the graphic of the melee, but we're not. So we're just going to brace. And you'll see the melee from a distance instead of close by. I'm sure they addressed this in the update that just got released this morning. I wish I would have known when I started my stream. Alright, come on. There we go. That was the melee. And then he shoots his lasers. So the only thing we're missing is the graphic of the melee. You're still getting the damage. I want to thank everybody for watching. Please hop into the chat room, say hello, and ask any questions that you have about this update of BattleTech Advanced. It just got released yesterday. I have the changelog notes open, so I'm happy to answer any questions that I can. Alright, same thing here. We're going to go for the kick.
Copy that.
Enemy structure damage, Commander.
Not sure what happened there. I went for melee.
Slight damage. Hold in firm.
But, okay.
Yes, Commander.
Alright, Blackjack should be cooler now. Alright, good. Alright, we can actually, let's start working on that turret in the distance.
Copy that, Commander.
Alright, let's get rid of that light mortar turret. There's no turrets I hate more than mortar turrets, let me tell you. Alright, let's focus fire on that mortar turret. Another good hit on the mortar turret.
They're flanking.
Just barely dinged my armor.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, so let's go in for melee again on this vet. Heat is a problem, so we can't fire our weapons after melee, but that's fine. Alright, so again, our Griffin's going to go up. Normally we would see the graphic of the combat, but it's probably been addressed in the update of 8.1, so don't let that throw you off. We're still getting the melee damage. You'll see it momentarily. Basically, this shows you how long the melee graphic takes, because it's like, why? Why is this taking so long? That's actually the melee graphic that's supposed to be playing. Alright, there we go. Got a good hit on that vehicle, and took it out.
You've got my attention.
Lucky dice roll in finishing off that vehicle with one melee. Alright, let's push up our Brigand, which is a mech that was actually designed by pirates. So it has a unique history behind it.
Roger that.
It's actually pretty powerful for its tonnage, you gotta say.
Target destroyed.
For its tonnage, the Brigand is actually
Ready for
a
orders.
pretty significant mech, I would say.
I copy.
I'm not saying we're going to use it for very long. Alright, so we have another vehicle in the distance. It's not actually doing anything. It's not approaching
Full
us.
complement on enemy.
So let's keep working on these turrets while we can.
I'm here.
Let's keep working our Blackjack up to the top of
Alright.
the cliff. Because our Blackjack, as we know, is always going to have a buff if it's has an altitude advantage over the enemy. IMG redeemed posture check. Oh, am I slouching? I'm actually standing while I stream today, so
Orders.
posture check is probably something that I need more than anything else.
On my way.
So as you can see, IMG is kind of highlighting some of our channel point system. We've revamped it.
Firing on target.
Hannibal 012, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Thank you for
Commander?
joining our channel. I don't think I've seen you join our stream before, so thank you for that. All right, let's get in a position where we can see what that vehicle is. And all right, so we can finish off. We can attack that turret, or it's a Scorpion. All right, what does the Scorpion have? Oh, that's why it's not advancing. So it has an Ultra Cannon 5, but it either doesn't have ammo, or it has a jam. Okay, I think it might not have ammo as well. All right, so let's focus on the turret this round. There we go. Hi, iCypher. Thank you for joining us. So, we did have the idea of doing a battle armor challenge, but here's the problem.
Orders.
I personally looked at the stats for the battle armor, and I was not impressed. So, the battle armor is slow, and it has no evasion, which means death in Battletech. So, I decided that it wouldn't be a good way to show you the update if I was just being destroyed in my battle armor.
Locked on target.
IMG, who's far braver than I, is going to be starting out with battle armor
Yes.
in his stream, which will be starting at 11 Eastern Time in the United States. So we are going to show you a battle armor start. IMG is just braver than I am.
Acknowledge.
So we thought it was important to show everybody the changes in a regular start and a battle armor start. So IMG is taking the bullet for our team, and he's going to take on that much more difficult start. Because
Affirmative.
I'm not that crazy, IMG is. As IMG said. See,
Standing by.
the problem is the battle armor. When they announced battle armor, I was thinking about elemental battle armor. It was stealthy, it has a lot of firepower, and it was very fast. This battle armor that they rolled out is none of those things. It has little firepower, it's slow, and it has no armor. So
Commander.
I just didn't really see it as a viable start. So we're doing a regular pirate
All right,
start.
let's move.
It's definitely higher difficulty than a vanilla start. But I'm not crazy enough to do the... Right, so let's do the called shot. See, the called shot should not allow me to select the location. So that's probably another thing they addressed in the update.
Roger that.
So iCypher, we're playing version 8.0, and
Crawler destroyed.
we there was an update this morning of 8.1, and I think it addresses some of the issues we've seen with the initial release.
Affirmative.
Most importantly, the fact that the melee graphics are not playing.
Here we go.
So IMG is actually updating to 8.1. So if you're... But it's a 30 to 40 minute update for 8.1. So we're going to keep playing with version 8.0. And I'm going to point out some of the issues that are probably addressed. It's probably going to... Well... IMG, if your stream starts late, maybe you'll survive to the end of your stream. So there's a positive to that. If you start late, at least you'll know about that. So I'm actually going to play until 8 o'clock or until IMG tells me he's ready to start his stream. And then he'll roll you right into a battle armor start if you want to see what that looks like. I just... It didn't seem... So, I loaded up a battle armor
Yes,
start as soon as this update came out. And you start out with 4 battle armors and a wasp. So your most powerful mech is a wasp. And no, the battle armor is not very strong. So I didn't see the logic in starting with a wasp as my most powerful mech. So IMG is taking one for the team. He's going to try a battle armor start.
Moving at full throttle.
And I really appreciate him doing that, and so I don't have to do that. Let's put it that way.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Survival but by the denial. I think that is one of
Got my
Sun
attention.
Tzu's tenets. Well, one of the things that Sun Tzu says is never fight a battle that you can't win. And I think battle armor is a battle that you can't win. So I'm going to be watching to see if IMG can prove me wrong.
Confirmed.
But battle armor just looks like...
Commander.
I can't think of a harder start than starting with battle armor. Mr. HelloMan32, thank you for the follow. We're doing a fresh start
Acknowledged.
with BTA 8.0.
To the LZ, Commander. I'm coming in hot.
All right, she's coming in hot. All right, so that's 2 missions down. We haven't suffered any significant damage to our mechs. So I can't believe we're having such a good start. Oh, so you do get a heavy metal crate. You're hoping for a good roll. So I got a heavy metal crate as well, IMG, and I got a cicada. So I wouldn't hope too much out of that heavy metal crate. All right, so mission complete. We got 45,000 C-bills. Let's look at our salvage options. No significant damage to our mechs, which is a great mission number 2, and we haven't had any injuries or any damage to our mechs. We're definitely lucking out here. All right, I don't care about a Locust, and I don't care about an Osiris. 5 ER medium lasers. You know, an Osiris isn't that horrible. Maybe I'll take an Osiris part. Let's see. Unless there's something better, and then I'm going to dump that. Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. So we're definitely taking this Ultra Cannon 5. And I almost want to take ammo for the Ultra Cannon 5. Because I don't know when we're going to find it again. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to have an Ultra Cannon 5, which is a nice upgrade. We still got the Locust, the Osiris part, the Mortar, UAC 5, and some other salvage. Cicada to you is like the Locust to me. Well, see, sadly, IMG, I started out with a Hussar, a Hornet, and a Brigand. So, yeah, actually, the Cicada actually was an upgrade for me. All right, so here we are. So we're in our mech bay. All of our mechs are still in pristine condition. So, to start out with this dice roll, this fresh start, I got a Griffin, a Blackjack, I got a Hussar, and I got a Brigand, and then I also had a Hornet, which is now in storage. There it is. I rolled a Cicada for the heavy metal crate. Not my top choice. But it's actually a decent Cicada because it has it has an ER large laser. So it's not that bad. Bosana Baraja. Yes, I know I misspoke that horribly, but what am I going to do with that name? You can't expect anyone to pronounce that correctly. All right, so we have time, I think, for one more mission. So let's look at my barracks. I did start out with the BTA crew as my barracks pilot, so I did luck out there. So I should have some upgrades available.
I've got your back.
Alright, let's upgrade my guts for my primary character, Dragon's Claw.
Aye, aye.
What do you need? Standing by.
Let's see, we can update the piloting for Ronan here.
Commander?
Yeah. That will be done.
T-Bone, we definitely have to upgrade your guts. We're lucky you didn't get shot yet. Otherwise, he could have been lights out for him if he got shot. Tartarus, let's upgrade your gunnery, sir, and your guts.
Mech warrior training complete.
As you can see, I did start out with some great pilots.
I'm receiving
I'm
you.
not going to lie.
Look, what do you want?
That probably offset the fact that I started out with some horrible mechs. Personally, for me, I will take good pilots over good mechs every time in a start.
Ready for order.
Okay, there we go. We've upgraded everybody. I think we have enough time for one more mission. Depending on how long IMG needs to update, because he's scheduled to start at 7:45. Okay, IMG, I'll check that out. IMG also streams on our channel, and he did Mech Warrior 5, and he has some comments in the chat about how people should check it out. All right, so we have hopefully one more mission because IMG is scheduled to do his battle armor reveal. So let's do this straight up battle, this mopping up battle against the Capellans. Because, yeah, it's the Capellans, and I love to fight the Capellans. Alright. Alright, we can keep our same lance. Thank you for following, Quad. Quad. Thank you for following. I tried to pronounce that as close to your name as I could. Alright, so we're having some great turnout today. Really want to appreciate each and every one of you for coming to our stream. We're having a great turnout. At one point, we're up to 50 viewers, and then I think people realized it was me instead of IMG, and they skipped out. But we're taking our fresh look at BTA 8.0. There are a couple quirks, which is probably why they updated to 8.1 this morning, only a day after 8.0. But it's playable in 8.0. So we're going to do at least one more mission here. We've had a great first start, I can't lie. We've had no injuries, we've had no serious mech damage through 2 missions, which means this third mission I'm going to have my butt kicked. Let's see if Thanos agrees that I'm gonna get my butt kicked. Am I gonna get my butt kicked, Thanos? He says yes. Yes, you're gonna get your butt kicked. That's probably the case. Alright, let's begin this mission. It loads really quickly. I do have to say that I think they may have improved the load time for BTA in this update because it's super fast. Although, it might be fast, IMG, because it's not showing us some of the graphics.
Let's get to fighting.
We're not getting a lot of zoom in on the action, either with our shots or our melee, so that might be why it's loading so quickly. I just realized that. We didn't get zoom in on our precision strikes and stuff as well. Alright, so let's engage this unknown force. So we've got enemy units and we have a support lance. And according to my schedule, I have 25 minutes
Ready for orders.
for this mission. I can go a little longer if IMG needs more time for his update
way.
before he
Double
shows
time.
you battle armor, aka walking coffins, in my opinion. But hey, I really applaud IMG
in all
for
weapon systems.
giving it a go. He might be doing a regular start tomorrow, but today
No luck.
he's doing a battle armor start, and we'll
Yes,
see how it
Commander.
goes. I do not have high hopes
Copy
for
that,
his
Commander.
pilots. Hopefully I'm wrong.
Waiting for orders.
Hopefully I'm wrong.
Heading out. Full speed.
Alright, let's get our cicada into position. See if we can whittle these guys down a little at long range. Especially with the cicada. Last thing we want to do is have it go in long range. Close range. Let's see. I could do an active probe. No, active probe is not going to help us here. So we'll just take some long range shots and hope we get lucky. Nope. No luck there. That's fine.
Oh, come on. This game's rigged.
Okay. So IMG just updated, which means after this mission,
I'm receiving you.
I'm going to hand this over to IMG for your entertainment.
Quick stepping it.
Alright. We should have plenty of time.
Roger.
My goal is to end my stream 45 minutes past the hour. And then IMG is going to do his battle armor start. So if you are curious about what battle armor does, or in my opinion does not do, stay tuned for that after my stream. We'll have just a brief intermission, and then he'll be taking over streaming. So stay in the chat, and as soon as he jumps in, you'll be ready to go. I'm sure IMG is prepping right now, so as soon as he is, as soon as I end the stream, which is going to be roughly 20 minutes, I'm sure he'll be ready to start his stream. So it should be a seamless transition to see some battle armor on the battlefield. Again, props
Roger.
to IMG for being that brave. I just didn't think if both of us were playing with battle armor, we'd be able to show you everything that happens with this update.
No shooting, just running.
That's my excuse, and I'm going to stick with it. IMG is here. Do you hear that, IMG? iCypher is
Copy that.
here for the misfortune. iCypher, by the way, I hope you're enjoying that sub.
Standing by.
I thought you were well due for a bonus for your loyalty to our channel, so free sub for you. I hope you enjoyed it.
All weapons are go.
Just to be clear, it's not free for me. Somebody still pays for it, but I'm paying
here.
for it. As a thank you to iCypher for being so loyal. He is a regular
Acknowledge.
visitor to our streams, and we appreciate loyalty on our channel. He also has great input. Oh, a catapult. A catapult. We have a catapult on the field already. I've already had a lucky first start, and now I can get catapult parts. Yes, please. Yes, please. We will make that catapult one of our primary targets. Now, what we're going to actually do, I took the shots at the catapult because the hit percent chance is higher. But generally speaking, if I find a mech that I want to maximize salvage on, I will try to save it for last. But if the hit percent chances say go for that target, then I'm going to go for that target. I'm glad you're enjoying it, iCypher. like I said, we really appreciate people who continuously join our streams, and you also have great commentary in the chats. iCypher, we always also have openings for a moderator position if you would like to take on that role. Basically, you can just kick bad people out of chat as needed. And as you can see from IMG, you get a nice little... ooh, top guy wants me to stretch. Oh, I'm going to stretch. I probably need it because I'm standing while I scream. So, we'll give a nice stretch here. You know, we're trying to get more interactive on our channel, so take advantage of your stream points.
Damage is light.
Now, as you can see, you can get a free subscription to our channel, or you can get a Funko Pop if you save them up. Top Guy 825 gave us a cheer. Thank you for the bits, sir. Ooh, alright, so we got some hard hitters here. I mean, really, we're above our tonnage right now.
How can I help?
This catapult alone makes this a very challenging scenario. Alright, so let's keep our brigand evasive here. This might be where we start suffering. Alright, so we got a hunchback and a catapult. Let's see if we can get a precision strike in on the catapult here. See if we can do some significant damage to the catapult there. I was hoping to knock out some of his weapons.
Orders?
Alright. Alright, Nighthawk. Alright, so let's keep our Nighthawk evasive. Can we also get it? Alright, so the best we can do here is get our Nighthawk, keep it evasive at 7. And, let's see. I'm really tempted to take this shot here. Yeah, we're going to take the shot. I was tempted to do an active probe, but I'm trying to take some weapons off that catapult, which I just did. So that was definitely the right decision. We've got a significant enemy force here. Every time I look at my screen, I'm seeing more mechs develop.
They've got a sensor lock on me.
More mechs and enemies appearing out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. We know what they are. They're on the counter.
I'm here.
Alright, hopefully we can get this done in time for IMG's stream. Ooh, alright, let's keep hitting that catapult hard.
Fire an owl weapon.
We have a lot of enemies here, so I can't be picky. I just need to take the biggest threats off the board. Which I would argue is the catapult here.
Understood. Moving fast.
Yeah, iCypher, you're not stepping on IMG's toes. You know, basically, you're doing us a favor by being a moderator because you're actually helping us keep the stream clean from inappropriate language, get rid of bots that come in. That weird visual bug with the lasers is still there. Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
You'll have to do better than that. Well,
Are they still showing as black
my armor's
on
in
you?
bad
Oh,
shape.
Uh-oh. Pilot is bleeding out. 11 activations remaining. So, if we go more than 11 turns, our pilot and the brigand will die. So that's a new update. So we have to be cognizant of that. Hopefully we can be done with this mission before he bleeds out. Now, I know the longer he bleeds, the more damage he does. So we're probably going to eject him, as IMG said. It is my player character, so he can't die. But he can still suffer a lot of damage. Oh, lots of enemy vehicles here. Alright, let's go for this Prowler
Copy that, Commander.
multi-terrain vehicle. I think it's interesting that my pilot got damaged even though his mech really didn't get hurt. But, you know, that's one of the quirks that they're trying to add in, is realism. If he ejects in 10 turns, does he live? So that's a good question, iCypher. I'm assuming, knowing the IMG, knowing the BTA team, it probably means the longer he's bleeding, the more damage he suffers. That would be my guess. I can't confirm that, but I think that's probably going to be the result. So the longer he stays in the fight, probably the more injury he has. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at it. So he's got a collapsed lung. Pilot has collapsed lung and has penalty to guts. Pilot is bleeding out. 11 activations remaining. So I think IMG, do you think we should keep him in for a round just to see if his injury gets worse? I'm tempted. Just as an experiment. So let's see if we keep him in for one round, is he going to lose another health bar? That might give us an indication that his injury is getting worse. Or it might just mean he has to eject within 10 turns.
Roger.
So let's give it a try. Plus, I kind of need his firepower, at least for another round or two.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, I want to really try to put the hammer down on this catapult while we can. Osinar10, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Alright, let's hit the catapult. Alright.
Like this
Nice.
some heavy damage.
Alright, so this is where the mongoose should be doing melee, but it's not showing us the graphic. Okay, there we go. So we see the damage for the melee, but we don't see the actual graphic for the melee. So that was a charge, I believe. Okay. Alright, I don't know
Systems holding.
if the mongoose's best decision is to come in for melee on us, but that's what he did. I think it just makes it easier to take out that mongoose when the time comes. Alright, let's push up with our blackjack. And I'd really like to get rid of this catapult right now. Or at least take out its weapons. No luck.
Guard a critical hit.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
Let's have our cicada actually do melee. And as I said before, so our mech goes in. Normally you would see the graphic for the melee, but I'm just going to brace because I don't know what else to do. And then you'll see the melee happen from a distance without any of the graphics. I think this was addressed in update 8.1, which I'll be updating after this stream, and that IMG will have for you when he does his stream in 10 minutes. Although IMG, I might need a minute or two extra. I might need a minute or two extra to finish this mission, IMG. So I can't go past 8 because I actually have work. Alright, so here's the Hunchback. It came in for melee. Let's see what happens. Instead of getting the graphic, you get a pause, and then you get the damage for the melee, or the miss. Okay, there's the damage for the melee. And then he'll shoot his weapons.
Internal structure damage.
Okay.
I'm here.
Alright, Griffin, yeah, let's go ahead and stomp. Let's go ahead and kick this mongoose. So again, the same thing here. This was probably addressed in update 8.1, and you'll see that when IMG plays in a few minutes. Alright, just waiting for the melee to happen. It's much less of a wait when you're actually seeing mechs beat each other up. It's a lot more fun. There we go. Alright, hey, we took out a leg, so we got knocked down on the
Reporting
mongoose.
critical hit.
Nice. Ouch. Alright, structure exposed on our Nighthawk there. Nighthawk is getting squishy.
Minimal damage on that hit.
Oh, Marsden. See, they're going to keep going for the Nighthawk. So I'm going to have to keep him evasive. Oh, another vehicle. Jeez. How many vehicles do we have coming?
Lucky
Feels like we've got
That was a
10
solid hit.
vehicles coming after us. Alright, so here's our player character. Let's check his status. He still has 3 bars of health. So I'm assuming as long as he ejects in 9 turns, he'll still be okay as long as he doesn't suffer another injury. So let's try to keep him... Alright, we'll try to keep him evasive and in cover. And let's do a precision strike on the catapult here. As you can see, you can't choose where the shot goes, but it does increase the chances of a hit.
That was a critical
Good hit on the catapult there. Scorpion. Oh. These vehicles are very nasty.
Receiving you.
IMG says my pilot hasn't suffered any more injuries, so that's good. Alright, so we have to keep this Nighthawk as evasive as we can,
On the move. Full speed.
because he's already got some structural damage. So we'll do that. Let's go for the catapult again. Maybe we could finish him off here. No. Oh yes, he ejected. Alright. 3 parts. Very nice. I wonder if it affects his recovery time. No, the recovery time is usually tied to how many health points you have, not the injury. So as long as he doesn't
Yes,
get
Commander.
another injury, I think he'll be okay. I think. Right, we need to work on these vehicles and the Hunchback here. Alright, the Hunchback already has some damage, which is good for us. I think that's because he did a charge. I think the Hunchback did a charge, and that's why he has damage, because I haven't shot at him yet. So I think he did a charge, and that's why he has damage. It's hard to see when you don't see the melee graphic.
Yes, Commander.
But I'm sure that's going to be addressed shortly. Alright, let's go for a kick on this mongoose.
Moving to
While it's
position.
not evasive. Alright. Alright, we're going to brace. to make the graphic actually trigger. And any second now, the graphic will trigger. Again, this is probably addressed in update 8.1, which IMG is going to play in just a few minutes. Alright. Nice hit there for the melee. And our follow-up shots. Oh, not enough to finish up the mongoose. Alright. See what the Hunchback does. Right, Hunchback goes after our Blackjack, which is actually a good thing right now. There are worse targets he could go after
I'm
than the
receiving you.
Blackjack. Alright, I think we have to keep hitting. I'd like to finish off that mongoose, but I think we have to hit this Hunchback as much as we can right now.
Target locked.
Definitely the bigger threat from a firepower standpoint.
Losing armor.
Ooh, this Marsden scares me. Yep. Yep, alright. So here's the thing. Our Brigand already has one injury. I don't want to risk him taking another injury. So I think next round he's going to be ejected.
Orders.
Alright, so right now I think he's going to be ejected. I don't really see the upside of keeping him in the fight right now. Because if he suffers another injury, it's going to be a problem. So we're going to eject him.
Ejecting.
So there goes our commander, unfortunately. I think we'll be okay. That still gives us 4 mechs. IMG, are you okay with me taking a few minutes to hopefully finish off this mission?
Orders?
Or do you need to start right on time for your stream? Let me know. I will work with you either way. But I hate to end a stream on an unfinished mission, and we'll probably be done in the next 10 minutes or so. Right, good hit on that mongoose there.
That's a hit.
Let's see if he ejects. No, I was hoping he would eject.
I'm receiving you.
Alright, I'm not going to spend the Blackjack's turn to finish off the mongoose.
Acknowledged.
That's probably a good job for the cicada. Oh, IMG is actually prepping his start right now. So what did you get for your heavy metal mech? You seem happy, so it must be something. You gave me the smiley face. So that means you got something much better than I got in the heavy metal crate, which is a cicada. Alright, so let's let this melee trigger, or not trigger, visually. A chimera? That's not bad. That's not bad. It would definitely be better. Definitely better than what I got. Because I got this sad cicada. Alright, let's hopefully the cicada will finish off this mongoose. How did that mongoose not eject? He'll probably eject here. No, he didn't eject. Come on. Give me a break, will ya? Break me off a piece of that kick bar and give me a kill.
Waiting for orders.
That was that. I got robbed there, I think.
Confirmed.
Alright, let's keep hitting that Hunchback. Arise Nafis, thank you for the follow. Really appreciate that. Lots of follows today. Lots of viewers today. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you guys are going to stick around and watch IMG. He's definitely more entertaining than me. And he's going to be doing that battle armor start everybody wanted to see. So, rest in peace, IMG's Mech Warriors. That's all I have to say.
I can't take much more of this.
Alright. This damage is really adding up on some of our lighter mechs, because this is turning out to be quite a long battle. Let's let our Nighthawk hopefully finish off the Mongoose here. I'm looking forward to watching IMG stream after mine to see if the melee notifications or graphics are back in his updated version. Alright, come on. Come on. There we go. There's the melee. And we should finish him off. There we go. Alright, so we finished off the Mongoose there. Alright, so now we just have the Hunchback and a lance
Yes,
of
Commander.
vehicles to deal with. Alright, let's see if we can keep working on that Hunchback.
Roger.
Let's do a precision strike here. Again, it's not going to tell us... it shouldn't let us select where the strike is. But, you know what? We're going to take the shot. I was hoping I could take out his weapons there.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so we're going to have to get the Cicada involved in some melee, which is always a risky proposition with the Cicada. But before we start doing melee with the Cicada, let's do a little backstabbing on the Hunchback. Alright, took out some weapons.
Solid connection on that one.
Good, good. Alright, IMG, I have a hard stop at 5 minutes till, so that's when you can start your stream.
Waiting for orders.
I'd love to finish this battle off. I'm not sure if we're going to be able
Order
to do it
acknowledged.
because these vehicles are going to take a while to push through.
Copy that.
Alright, there we go. Taking off all the weapons
Critical
on
hit,
that
Commander.
Hunchback pretty quickly. Still got 4 medium lasers.
Get him banged up pretty good.
Ooh, that Marsden. Ooh, oh.
That shot
That Marsden got a really lucky shot, given the fact. Oh, we have a Zukov as well. There's some serious vehicles here. I mean, we'll complete the mission. I just don't know if we're going to get through the armor on all these vehicles
Watch my 6.
before the end of the stream. It's going to be really hard.
Waiting for orders.
Just because, as you know, vehicles take a long time to push through from an armor standpoint.
Standing by.
Alright, we're going to be risky with our Nighthawk here, but the Nighthawk has 6 evasion, so it should be okay. Just want to see if we can maybe finish off this Hunchback a little faster with some backstabbing. Good hit there.
Standing by. 10-4.
Let's do the same thing.
All right.
Keep working on this Hunchback. Really surprised that we haven't gotten knocked down yet.
Guard a
We've
critical
been
hit.
fighting this Hunchback for quite some
Order.
time. Alright, Cicada. I would love for the Cicada to just go in for melee, but he's already got structural damage, so we're going to go for rear shots on this Mars. Just can't risk it. Can't risk it for the biscuit. I got 5 more minutes to stream. And then I'm going to hand this off to IMG, and I'll probably finish the rest of this mission off
Reporting internal
camera.
damage.
Let's go for a kick on this
Affirmative.
hunchback. That also moves us down towards the vehicles for stomping them. Alright, so again, we're not going to see the graphic for the melee, but we should see the knockdown, if assuming we get his leg here. Come on. You never notice how long melee takes until you can't see the graphic. Alright, so we hit the right torso. We did not
Reporting
hit
critical
the
hit.
leg. Just my luck. Alright, we did get knocked down though, at least. Maybe we'll do some additional damage on the knockdown. Yes, another injury. So we still have this Prowler. Oh. That Nighthawk has to stay evasive. Has to. All of my light mechs have to stay evasive here, or we're going to be in trouble. These vehicles will eat us alive if I'm not evasive.
Damage minimal.
Yeah, if you want to shoot at the Griffin with some ACs, you could do that. He can hang for a little while. I'd rather you shoot at the Griffin than, say, the Nighthawk there. Or the Cicada.
Ready for orders.
Alright, speaking of the Nighthawk. Alright, I don't want to do a charge. Gotta keep my lights evasive here. I have to do it. Alright, so we'll just do
No
that.
shooting, just running.
We're gonna keep the Nighthawk evasive. And we'll take the shots on the
Locking
Scorpion.
in all weapon systems.
Not bad.
I'm here.
Alright. So, IMG, I don't see how I can finish
Alright.
this mission before I'm out of time. So, let me know when you're ready, and I will end my stream, and you can pick it up. Because there's just too many vehicles that I'm going to have to push through before we end this mission.
10-4.
So we might as well roll over to you, and I'll finish off these vehicles
Out
off
of AC2
camera.
ammo.
Shouldn't be
Waiting for
shouldn't be
orders.
hard to do to finish this off camera, but I want to. I'm just not going to have time to do it justice here. All right, let's keep the Cicada
On the move,
evasive.
Full speed.
And go after the rear of that Prowler.
Firing at enemy 6.
Not what I was hoping for there.
Systems holding.
Alright, thank you for all the follows. Slima, Simla Games and Arnosset32, thank you for that.
Yes, Commander.
As I said, IMG, if you want to let me know when you're ready, I will let you take over the stream. Because I'm not going to be able to finish off these vehicles in the time that I have. So, just waiting for IMG to let me know he is ready to take over the stream, and then I'll switch you guys over to him, and you can watch him play some battle armor start. I'll be watching as well, so it should be interesting. I'm wondering if he's going to show me that I was just wrong, that it's not viable, or we're going to see some exciting, horrific gameplay. One way or the
Getting me.
Oh, all right. There we go. Lost our Nighthawk there. All right. Griffin is
Oh,
taking a
okay,
pounding.
Come on, people. Let's make
Why
it
am I
happen.
feeling we're going to have to do some serious repairs after this mission? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are.
I'm receiving you.
Pretty sure we're going to do some
Coordinates
serious
received.
repairs after this mission. Alright, I have not heard from IMG. IMG, let me know when you're
Yes,
ready,
Commander.
and I will switch over. Let's go for a kick on the Scorpion. Again, this should be addressed in the update. Alright, so IMG is ready to go. So I am going to sign off, and I will see you next time for some more BattleTech Advanced with version 8.1 tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.